All right, well, welcome back to Heartwood's Farms. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. Today's project is to finish that chicken tractor that we started. We're going to be doing it a little different than we thought we were going to, but we're going to start getting on this, bringing this down and making it a little bit lighter weight, not as tall, don't need it that tall. So let's get working on that. All right, so here's what we're going to actually be doing. We're going to change this around just a little bit. These 4x4s that I had put in the corners, I'm going to actually take those out, and then we're going to use one of these trim boards basically, and a 2x4, and actually make our corners with that. Bringing this up a few feet, and then we'll be able to put a nice flat platform across the top, so when we're framing this in, it'll actually be a solid framing, giving it a little bit more support and still keeping it lightweight. So let's get on that. All right, so we're doing really well on getting the sides up. As you can see, we've got a couple of them up already, but I lost a bit, so I gotta look through the gravel and see if I can find it. All right, so we have found the bit. I need to go to the store and get a few more of these at some point, but we need to get this thing done. Those chicks need to be out as soon as possible. So on this video, I want to get them out on grass so you guys can see it. So let me get back to work. Okay, so as you can see, we are starting to frame it out around the top, and then we got to get a couple bars going across to support the weight of the top, and so we'll be getting this on here very soon. The way it looks is I might be able to just put chicken wire on it instead of having to put the welded wire, which will make this a little bit easier to do. We'll see what we can do. Okay, progress. All right, so as you can see, we're kind of getting this wrapped up on the framing. I did put a support beam here in the center and a little bit heavier wood on the top. I'm playing with scraps and trying to put things together like that. So this isn't perfectly square. It's not perfectly, it's not all the best pieces that I could be using, but it is going to be sturdy and strong enough to support the chicken wire and keep most predators out. We don't have too many predators that we have to worry about here on this property as of right now, minus a black snake here or there. So luckily we have that going for us. We haven't had any bear sightings around here, haven't had any coyotes or anything like that. Now at our old house, which was more in town, we did have bears and we did have all those other things, but for some reason, being further out in the country, we haven't had those problems at this point. So let's just keep our fingers crossed that that stays like that. But I'm gonna get working on this, start getting some chicken wire on here, and so that we can hopefully, before the rain comes, I don't know if you guys can see this, probably, and that doesn't look that bad in the camera, but we've got a few storms that have been coming in and out. So hit and miss on how long it's going to take me to get this done, but we're going to make it work. All right, so we are at a pretty good stopping point right now, mostly because thunder, and I'm playing with wire out in a electrical storm, not the smartest thing, and I've currently ran out of staples, so I need to find where I put those staples so we can finish this up. But let me give you a quick rundown of what we've got so far on this. So as you can see, I did add in one in the center here, mostly just so that I could staple to it. The wire is going to overlap a little bit on each side. We'll just fold this over and staple that in. We'll have our doorway here on the side. And I've got some hinges to put on there so we can have that door open and close. And then everything else will be completely caged in, nice and tight through there, and a nice top on it. I do have an extra tarp that we will lay over half of it and probably even staple that on there just so that we can keep everything nice for them. And what I'll probably end up doing even is possibly making a feeder off of this side over here. That way we can I can add the feed in very easily. Or actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think I might just put the feed back here and can put a hinge off of one of these 4x4s or 2x4s. That way I can put the feed in there or get them out from this side if I really had to. So that way I have a door on both sides, making it work. So let's get inside. Let's make sure our tools are out of the rain, because it is about to pour down raining. So we need to make sure we get everything put away. That would be the worst, is if we did not put this away and everything got messed up. But this whole project is going to cost us pretty much nothing. So my goal for this whole project was just using scraps around here. We're going to give you some measurements on what this thing is actually going to be, and that'll also tell us how many chicks, if they could be full grown or not in here, and what that'll be. But let's see what the measurements are. Okay, so we are 7 feet long, 5 feet 3 inches wide, and we're at 2 feet 2 inches on the height. So plenty of room for them to be able to run around. And again, this is going to be for them to move every single day as well. So we're not just going to leave them on one spot all the time. They're going to be moving, getting new grass every single day. I know I have to put a bar in here, or probably a few bars in here just for nesting purposes, and we will add those a little bit later. They're still small, but we'll get a couple of those in here just to make sure everybody is able to roost. All right, so we're getting back out here. It is still sprinkling. It's a little rainy, but like I said, we have to get this thing done today. We have had they're just getting too big for their brooder, so we just need to get them out on grass. So we're gonna get going on wrapping this thing a little bit more. All right, so guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Like I said before, if you do like the content that you're seeing, if you just want to see how our family is progressing with our homestead and the weird adventures that we go on, or just any of those types of things, how we're doing the homeschooling, growing our own food, we've got so many different things that we're trying to do. We would love for you to subscribe to our channel and hit that bell. And if you have any questions or comments or anything, please put them in the notes. We are getting this almost done, and I'm trying to show you bits and pieces. I don't want to bore you with the couple hours of me just putting things together and figuring things out. So I am giving you snippets. So far we have this side here done. We have the other side over there done. We have the whole top done. I have built a door here. We've got it reinforced here, it actually goes this way. But we got it reinforced for support. I'm not going to actually do the back door yet over here. We're going to leave that for right now. I can always cut that back in. This is just chicken wire, so we're nothing super fancy. And we do have just an old extra tarp that we're going to use for the time being. I have a better one, but I'm in the process of using that one, and I don't want to go to the store and buy anything for this entire project. That is the goal, is to have zero expense from outside of what we already have on the property, and get these chicks in there today. So almost done. We've got a little bit more. We got the back side and on either side of the front, and then get that door hung, and we can get the chicks in there. I'm so excited, so excited. All right. Okay, so we have the tarp stapled on. Like I said, this was a old used tarp, So there was already a few holes in it. So I just doubled it up and stapled it on so that we are connecting all the sides. We've got full back side over there open, and then this side and this side open. So they still have sun that they can get out in the sun if they want to. Otherwise, if they want to get in the shade or they want to get it back in the back, they can. So this again was a 5x7 basically, which if you are doing around 2 feet per bird, because we're moving them every single day, we could probably put in there 15 to 20. If you do 1.75 on the small end, some people do that. Basically, it's 2 feet per bird or 1.75 feet per bird if you're moving them. Those are usually your meat birds. These are going to be dual purpose. They aren't even to the point where they're laying eggs yet. They're just babies. So we're going to put the full 30 in there, while I can then build another one, something like that, and then we can split them into two. But for right now, I think this one will work perfectly fine for what we need. So now is the fun job of actually collecting all those birds and getting them in there and then letting you guys see that. Sorry. All right, there we go. So far I've put 12 of them in there. We're gonna keep coming out through here and seeing how many we actually have. Very humid day, very, very hot. So 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. So we have 29 of the Susies and then the one mystery. So they are loving, they are loving their area so far. I still have to get them some food and some water, but tonight will be their first night here in the run. They're already eating some of the grass, so I think they're going to enjoy it. But thank you guys for watching today's video. Stay tuned for tomorrow's. We have more in store. Not sure what we're going to do yet, so you got to tune in to find out. Thank you guys.